Hello, another beautiful Saturday, and it's nice to be with you again. I am Ambrose Ezewane. This is Citizens' Voice, your voice indeed. It is your voice we want to hear. We want to apologize. We were not here last week due to circumstances really beyond our control, but we are here today, and we're glad to know that you are there. Again, the pattern remains, whatever is on your mind, whatever bothers you, whatever concerns you, whatever is worrying you, or something you see that is happening and is good, you want to talk about it, you want to commend it. That's what Citizens' Voice is all about. It's unlimited in scope. All we ask is that you be decent in your language. When you are talking, don't insult anybody or any institution. Just say it as it is without using insultive words. So we ask for politeness, we ask for decorum, you name it. Just sound nice, but factual. So it could be something at the national level, something at the state level, something at your local government level, or even right on your street. But it's so important that you need to talk about it. That's Citizens' Voice. It is your voice. You are the citizen. And we are here to receive your views. And as usual, we have two lines that you may want to call. We will hope to display them soon on the screen. But you can write this down for now, 08111 776 314. I take it again, 081 11 77 6314. That's the first line. We have another one, 081 352 814 and 850. 081 352 281 485 and then a 0. It's Citizens' Voice. So dial the numbers and let us know what is on your mind. If you've gone to the papers today, you must have read so many issues as usual. The front page of The Sun is saying, we'll resist Nigeria's restructuring. Northern elders are saying, and their chairman, Ango Abdullahi, is the one talking. He cites so many reasons: the format, what it intends to do, and why they will oppose that. Okay? Others are still talking about the attack of the herdsmen, incessant nature. One is calling for the sack of the IGP, and so on and so forth. The Delta State governor is crying out loud, raises alarm over invasion of Delta communities by herdsmen. These are burning issues in our land. Which one do you want to talk about? Do you have a solution, how we can overcome some of these challenges? Okay, I hear the governor of Anambra State is being sworn in today for a second term. Congratulations, we say to him. Maybe you are from that state, you want to talk about his performances or how you see his outings, you may want to talk about that. So, Citizens' Voice is open in nature. It's an open forum. You decide what you want to talk about and you let us know. One issue has become of concern lately to Nigerians. That's the jumbo pay of the legislators, the lawmakers, the senators. One of them revealed that a senator goes home with about 13 million naira a month, and that's humongous. And people have been talking in a country where the minimum wage is 18,000 naira. one person goes home with 13 million. Of course, all other things are moved into it. But just like the 18 million, by the time you add other things, maybe house allowance, transport allowance, who knows how much, does it come up to 100,000 for a Nigerian? And someone goes home with all of them put together to 13 million. The gap is disturbing. We went around to the street to ask some people what they feel about that, just to jog your memory. Take a listen.
I don't know, it's only here in this part of the world that we service our legislators with nearly all we get as revenue. It's wrong, not wrong. I think they should be reviewed downwards. They are supposed to be there to serve us. But right now they are making the economy of the country dry. So it's wrong. I think it should stop.
The much talked about issue, very annoying one at that. Well, my opinion about it, which is I think is a general opinion of Nigerians, that it's outrageous. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, we have a situation where we're complaining about a weak economy. We're talking about scarcity of funds to run capital projects and all that. And now you have a legislature that is being run with billions of naira. Now we're talking about a situation, each from what is on record. The average senator, that each senator receives about, if we convert it to naira, we're talking about $1 million or thereabouts per month, which is above the salary of the president of the United States of America. That's crazy. That's crazy. It doesn't make sense. Also, I don't know what the executive arm of government is doing about it. It's like, I don't know, but the fact remains that these people who are supposed to be representing us as senators, as legislators, National Assembly members, it's like they're not even feeling the pulse of the masses. They're not even they're just there, jumbo salaries, and constituency. Aside from even their salaries and their sitting allowance and everything. Aside from all that, which is supposed to be the $1 million we're talking about, we have constituency allowance and all that. That should stop. It should stop. This thing is not realistic in the present day Nigeria. You understand me? Now, let's take for instance a situation where so much has been so many capital things and projects are pending because the concurrent expenditure consumes almost everything. What we are saying is that, see, these things should be reviewed. It should be reviewed. That's what we're saying, should be reviewed. It's crazy, it's unrealistic. You have doctors going on strike, you have lecturers going on strike, you have all these people going on strike. If these people could, whatever will make them go on strike, they are asking for stipends, then you're talking about a group of people who are collecting bumper money. That should stop.
When we talk of the legislature, we talk of the public as well, because we are the electorate. We voted them there, isn't that? So now, we think we will have their confidence to redress our sorrows. But now, they were there to make money for their own selfish gain. So, and now, like you said, right on, that okay, the money they are earning, but say that is almost 60% of our budget. Right on the public. We are having bad hospitals, no medicine in the hospitals, no medicine, no better road for us. Even those who are those who rent house, like today, Lagos State has increased their rents almost above 100% on land use, which is under controversial. The matter is now in court.
That's a big one. Honestly, for me, I don't really know where with the situation of things now. I don't expect such a thing. You know, like, okay, take for instance, I was discussing with someone concerning what happened in South Africa. The president of South Africa had to resign under what? Under pressure, being that there was no much performance coming from him. Imagine, can that one ever happen in Nigeria? Even someone that had health, you know, so to say, had this health challenge, tell me, ordinarily, is it not enough for that person to say, okay, look at the killings. Look at the killings going on. That one alone is enough for these so-called leaders. You understand? After all the promises, you understand? After all the campaign promises, we are yet to see any single one yet to be achieved. Is it the issue on security? Yeah? Look at the rate of unemployment going on. You understand? I'm a graduate. By the special grace, I'm a graduate, but I'm here to secure a job. You understand? Even the so-called one I secured. You understand? But because of this recession, they were owing 3 months' salary. 3 months' salary they could not pay. I myself had to, on my own, resign because how will I cope with my family? Now I had to go and, you know, go to a kind of acquisitionary skills. You know, that's to go for a kind of vocationary job, just for me to meet up. Now I'm learning a skilled work, which is not supposed to be. Ordinarily, my aim was to do a collar job, but now I see myself, you know, doing an apprentice, you know, all those kind of things. It's frustrating. Looking at these people, these so-called the people in the House of Senate, House of Rem, these people, I don't think they need this money because majority of them, they come from well-to-do family. You understand what I'm saying? If they, for me, I believe they should. There is a reason why they are elected to be there. It's not the money. You understand? Let them reduce this salary. You understand? In other countries, look at, it's only Nigeria that you hear that they are getting more. They are getting such amount of money. You understand? It's only in Nigeria. Just if you permit me or correct me if I'm wrong. It's only in Nigeria you see such amount of money. In other countries of the world, they are there to make name. You understand? And funny enough, they will tell you, okay, this street was built by so honorable, so. Was it from their pocket? It's the same tax. I'm a taxpayer. I have my own card here. What's happening? We are not getting any dividend for democracy. That's the problem.
Okay, you've heard the voices of the people. It's time to add your own. That might just be what you want to talk about too, or something else. As I said, you are not limited. Whatever is on your mind, you want to talk about it, please do so. The numbers are on your screen. Dial and talk to us. They were talking about the humongous pay of our lawmakers. Some say it's outrageous. But that's it. It's constitutional. It's not as if they're taking it from behind. It's approved for them there, and that's their entitlement, or that's their take. So many issues have arisen from that. One, should they be on full-time? Should they not be part-time and just take pay for part-time? And probably that should be part of the restructuring we're talking about. Let's get things done in such a way that this country will move forward. If so few people are taking so much from the nation, where minimum wage is 18,000 naira, it calls for special attention. But as I said, you're not limited. If you want to add your voice to that, you're welcome. You want to talk about something else, something different, please do so now. The lines are open. Let's hear from you what's on your mind. And before we get any call, let me read out what Ango Abdullahi is saying here about restructuring, his personal view. If there is going to be a restructuring in the country, first, we should change from the presidential system of government to parliamentary system of government. And in terms of institutions that are in charge of elections, we should abolish the state independent electoral commissions, and we should ban any party from contesting elections unless it has direct primary where all its members will come and decide who is going to contest council chairmanship up to the presidency. That's some of the conditions he's building into 84 months restructure. okay? Because his view is that the restructuring we're talking about now is aimed at probably punishing or putting a section of the country in a tight corner. That's his view, if you read that in The Sun. But he stated some conditions that must be met or should be met before restructuring takes place. That the truth also is that those who are talking about restructuring, or many of them or some of them, are not really clear about what they are saying. Okay? We have Dayo. Dayo is our first caller from Egbeda. Hello, Dayo. Hello, Dayo. You're welcome. You got to speak up, please, so that I can hear you.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm with you. Good morning.
Is your TV set on? There's some echo.
Okay.
Please, if you can reduce the volume.
Okay, I'm reducing, sir.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, let's hear you.
I want to talk about this government. See, what we do is, the recession is getting so much hard. Even the poor man cannot even eat. What we see, I will do it. God will flourish this government and bring a new government. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you, Dayo. I was going to wait a bit to hear you clearly. Honestly, I didn't quite get what you talked about. Okay, please, if there's a way of filtering the voice so that I could hear clearly what they're saying. I know Dayo was on, but exactly what he said, I didn't get. I was straining my ears to pick one or two words. Okay. On your street, is there anything happening? Anything in the country you want to talk about? So many issues, the herdsmen, and even Ango Abdullahi is saying that we may be surprised that some of these herdsmen we are talking about could be part of the insurgents coming in from neighboring countries. That's probably one of his, that's one of the things he's saying here, and it's a possibility. Recall that years back, some people invaded the country from Cameroon, and our current president was the GOC at that time. Tajuddin, you're calling from Akoka. You're welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Like the governor, the House of Rep, they can be doing it 2 times. Instead of just 3 years, 6 years, 7 years, 2 years. You can add them the first time and second time. And we have another set of people coming up. Governor is spending 2 times in office. President is spending 2 times in office. So the House of Rep and the Senate, so we have 2 times for them. So another set of people will be coming.
Okay. So they limit their terms to 2 instead of
yes.
indefinitely. Okay. Yes. How would that check the fat pay or allowances? The tenor?
When they are coming, before new election now, then the message will come out that the payment their enumeration to be reduced. Like the civil servant told.
No, what I'm saying is, if you limit their tenure to 2 terms, that does not change what they get. When they leave, other people will start getting the same thing too, those who take over from them. So it does not change that factor.
Another set of people coming. This kind of people, we can't get what we want. You understand? We have to stay. Because now, they are fighting each other. Look at APC, look at PDP. They are the same set of people.
Yeah.
We cannot make a law that will affect the house, whether the green paper or the red paper.
Okay, all right.
So we need to get a new set of people entirely.
Okay. Thank you. That's your view. He's talking of a change in personnel now. The people who are there, let other people take over. Okay, that will involve changing the constitution or amending the constitution, because the constitution allows them to go on, so as long as your people choose you or ask you to represent them. That will not affect the pay. That will not affect the pay. I think the issue about the senators now is not the money. I mean, it's not the tenure, it's the pay. It's the pay that they're taking home. Many people are feeling it's outrageous if you compare to what is happening in the country and what others are getting. So that's the issue, because if you say, okay, you go for 1 term or 2 terms, that does not change the pay. The focus is on the pay. Hello, Destiny. Hello, Destiny.
Hello, I'm a sister.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's on your mind?
My mind is what I want to speak about. I want to speak about the government.
About the
present government now.
Come again? You are talking
the
about
APC government. The APC government.
Okay, okay.
They are not doing anything at all.
Okay, why?
Buhari is busy fighting corruption.
Mm-hmm.
Why the common man cannot eat a day twice in a day?
Okay.
I pray, God, 2019, God should flourish all this government and make a new government. Thank you. That's my comment, sir.
Okay. All right, Destiny. Thank you. He's not satisfied with the APC government all over, as it were, and he's praying for a change come 2019. Okay, that's a simple matter because it depends on you. It depends on the people. It depends on the citizens. Whatever you feel, you represent that in the poll. If you think there is a change you need, then you reflect that through your vote. Okay. And if you think they are doing well, you also represent that through your vote. Joseph, how are you?
Yeah, good morning.
You're welcome.
My contribution is this. You say this country, nobody knows where we are going to. So I think all of us have just been by the grace of God. Where the people are putting us, we are so in tight corner. I was checking, I think I was in the phone checking the minimum wage of some other country. I find out Nigeria is so poor. Come on, Cameroon here. Their minimum wage is 48,000 naira. Libya, yes, their minimum wage is 190,000. Yes. So I was not looking at that. Nigeria is the poorest country in the whole world, number 1. When I was checking at it. And we will be hearing some people are embezzling money from one place to the other. And short. People are really crying. But okay, look at the senators now. When I was checking it, all the allowance and everything has gone to 30 million naira for each person. That money can take care of 1,000 people. So calculate how many senators we have. After the senators' money out of rent, look at the salary. Which I think Buhari has to, they also tell that Buhari doesn't have chance to do, don't have chance for how they will do the thing and cut them. So everybody will get to where it's supposed to get to. So God has really blessed this country. But 1 or 2 people will be packing it, and others will be suffering. Just because of the grace of God, what is going on now, I've said it, smiling, suffering and smiling. It's not because of God and men of God have been praying for this country. This country has been so messed down. In short, the second civil war could have come.
Okay.
But just that God is in control, that is why this country is like this today. I believe that Buhari has in mind that maybe have the faith concerning this thing. People are, it's not what we voted on him, what we voted for him, it's not what we are saying. At least, let's just take a look at the masses. Let's just take a look at the masses. No job, people are suffering. Then when someone now wants to do that thing that is not supposed to do, you should what is performing concerning this country is like, you see someone that steals 10 naira, police will arrest him. But when you see those ones that steal billions, they won't talk about them. So at least let them find solution to this thing. People are crying.
Okay.
People are crying. Let's find solution to it.
You as a citizen, do you have any solution at all? By the way, if they talk, do you have?
I'm still looking at now concerning what is going on. Like now, I don't really know how I think there have been a way of slashing this salary.
Okay.
You understand? There have been a way of slashing this salary. Then what they are not getting on, at least it can serve some other things.
Okay.
You can talk some other things. If they can plan, okay, now if they want to retrench in the federal government system, you will see they will retrench from the one that is receiving 18,000 naira. That one does not solve the issue. If they want to retrench, look at it, the president is retrenched for those people who are collecting big money. So you will be able to get to order.
Okay.
They have a way of doing it, but it's just like they don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I was overheard in the TV last time that the senator was saying that they don't know, so minimum wage of Nigeria is 18,000 and they don't know. And the constitution said after 5 years, but this almost, I think I'm not mistaken, 14 years now, no increment of salary. And now, house is increasing, food are increasing. Then that same salary, that is 18,000 minimum wage, that's what we are still using. So it's not. I mean, I know they have a way of doing it, but they don't want to do it.
Okay, Joseph.
He doesn't have a say. He has never won the say. He has to say. Okay, look at Ghana. Look at Ghana now. People are, when they come on Ghana, people are running down to Ghana to go and pay. Just because of what is happening in this country. And let's just have something because people are really talking. Yeah, you know, Buhari has the power to do one or two things because he's the president. Anything that goes wrong, they'll put it on the face. That's the truth. Because why he has a say. If you won't tell me that he doesn't have a say, he has a say.
Okay.
So that's my contribution for now.
All right.
Let them just look at the masses. The masses are really suffering. That's the truth of it.
Okay.
If I tell you my salary is 20,000. I tell you the truth, and I have 2 kids. I will pay for life, pay for school fees. You see, no.
All right, Joseph, thank you very much. All the way from Sulere, thank you very much. Thank you for your contribution. Okay. Is there anything the senators can do? Because they are the only ones to do it now. If they're waiting for the law to do it, that will take, it may never come. It may never come. Because, let's be honest, is it not true that people go into politics because of what they want to get? No, let's be honest. As Nigerians, we know that. They campaign a lot for it. They lobby for it. There are even killings at times to get there. Yes, during elections, don't you hear of killings? Why? Why would you fight to that extent if there is nothing under it? If you are really going for service, you will fight less. That is the truth. But because of what is expected, and they know it, of course, they know what to get as a senator, as a House of Reps, and so on and so forth. So they can go to any length to get there. But some will tell you we are doing things at our constituencies, we do this, we pay school fees. That might be true for some, but are all the lawmakers doing that? That's another question. That's another question. But why would such funds be built into the Constitution for people at that level? That's the question. When the minimum wage, also approved by law, is so little. Is there no need for a near balance, if not a balance? The gap is disturbing, because you are clearly dividing the line. Yes, there's no equality. There's no doubt about that, because where you work, even among those who work, salary scales are different. It's only in the government system that you have a uniform scale, yes. But we all buy from the same market. That's the issue. So 13 million, no matter what you put into it, 18 million, what do we get? Okay, Gabriel, let's hear from you. You are calling from Ilupeju. Gabriel, how are you? Gabriel? Hello, Gabriel. I have an indication that you're on the line. Gabriel, I can't hear you. Are you not there, Gabriel? We've lost that call. Okay. Okay. Hello, is that Gabriel? Hello? It's like you're having some challenges with your line. Okay, just try again and get back to us. Herdsmen, restructuring, senators, humongous pay, what other issues? There are so many of them. The bitterness of, I believe that Nigerians are the easiest people to govern. Why do I say so? From what I know, if you are in government and you're giving the people what they expect from you, nobody is ready to probe beyond that. Give them the basic things they need from you or they expect from you, and they will not bother what happened underneath. That is how I see Nigerians. That's how we are. If we have reasonably good roads, water, I can't talk of water because almost every compound has its own water because they know it will not come from the government. Light, what else are we asking for? What else are we asking for? Good roads. Good roads, yes, is the duty of government to provide good roads. Water is supposed to be there. Light is supposed to be there. Are we getting them? Because if we get these things, I tell you, and Nigerians, the economy is such that Nigerians can use their different salaries to take care of their needs. Nobody's going to bother you. But when you do not do what you're expected to do, that's when they cry out. And that's what's happening right now. And that's why they are not happy. That few people are earning so much and majority earning so little. Herdsmen are there rampaging our societies. Every day you hear of killings. Herdsmen who we know to be humble people, very patient people, are now terrorists. It does not sink at all. Hello, Daniel. Hello, Daniel. I hope there's nothing wrong with the lines. I see the indicators that someone is on the line, but I can't hear the person. Is Daniel still there? Hello, Daniel.
Hello.
You're welcome to Citizens Voice.
Thank you.
Is your volume, is your TV set on? If you can reduce the volume, there's an echo at the background and it's disturbing. Hello? Oh dear, it's like we've lost that call. Okay, so it's still a point, as I was saying, it's a disturbing one because how could they transform so easily? Growing up in the villages, herdsmen come along with their cattle and with their cattle. Over the years, they never caused any trouble. How come suddenly they are carrying sophisticated weapons? What we saw with them those days was just their stick, always crossed over their shoulder, their water container. That's the herdsman we know. How come, when did they learn to shoot and to fire, to invade towns, to even go to a palace and dethrone and kill a monarch? These are actions not naturally in line with the traditional herdsmen. And as someone has suggested, or many people have suggested, the herdsmen we are talking about could just be the terrorists in disguise. Those who are running away from the Boko Haram camp are now using other platforms to cause mayhem and havoc in our society. They couldn't be herdsmen that we know. That is the truth. When did they go for the training to use arms? How could such a transformation be so fast? From humble, quiet, peaceful people to terrorists, to killers? It calls for deep reflection. But that's why Citizens Voice is here. Whatever is on your mind, let us know. We'll take a short break. We're back in a moment.
before they come, they're supposed to, give us some information, notice, at least maybe a week or so. There was nothing like that.
Hunger is everywhere in Nigeria. People are dying every day, but Nigeria government are keeping quiet. Housemen are killing people. Why?
It's not what we expected because of these old men that are leading us, and you people know, you are aware that these people are not the right people to lead us. These kind of people that are leading us here are people of black mind. They just care about themselves and their family.
You are affecting my village. Let me use grass. If I call it use grass, I'm not mistake. The other place where they build a shop, call it plaza. Say each shop got 4 million naira, which I don't have the money, so I have to leave.
If you plan to get a tribal mark, it takes a lot of pain, but after some time, you enjoy it. No, we experience hold up now during the construction time. Then after some time, we start enjoying it.
The way they are doing the construction is too slow. It's too slow. The construction is too slow. They should stop the construction and make sure people go into their businesses and do their businesses.
Oh yes, we welcome back. Let your voice be heard on Citizens' Voice. Every Saturday at this time, 12 noon, we are here to give you that opportunity to be heard, okay, on any issue at all, on any subject matter. Whatever bothers you, whatever concerns you about the country, about your state, about your local government, about your street, we want to talk about it. So many things are on. So many things are on. People are talking about the performance or activities of SARS, the way they arrest people indiscriminately, take them, bundle them away, extort money. These are issues. These are issues. These are issues. That's why Citizens' Voice is here for you to speak up and speak out. Okay? So call us. The numbers are on your screen. The numbers on your screen. Just dial any of them, and let's hear what you have to say. Let's hear what you have to say. The hope is that those are the corridors of power. We'll be listening, and we'll hear some of the comments you're making and maybe have a rethink. We've talked about the jumbo pay of senators, and someone has suggested let them adjust it downwards themselves, because if you wait for the law to do that, it might not happen. And there's also the feeling that many of them went there anyway for that money, so why ask them to reduce it? That was the attraction. And that's why some people who are talking of structuring have said, slash down that salary, slash it to the bottom so that it becomes less attractive. Okay, Daniel, you are back. Hello, Daniel.
Okay, hello.
You're welcome to Citizens' Voice.
Okay.
Yes.
My contribution is that I think the government should reduce the normal amount that they pay the legislator, maybe by 10%.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Just by 10%. All right. That's Daniel's suggestion.
If the money is reduced by 10%, at least the money won't be used for something useful.
Okay.
So that's what I think. All
right. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Remove 10% from the 13 million and divert that to some other things that will benefit the people. Okay. That's a suggestion. Can they give that to Nigerians as a gift? We give up 10% of our entitlements or whatever you call it to help or support other sectors of the economy, or put it into a project. Is it possible? Can the senators, the lawmakers do that? That's a big question. That's a big question. Okay, but that's a request from Citizens' Voice. Slash your salary by 10% of your package. Let's not use salary because there are so many things inside it. But when you put it together, it comes to that. Can you remove 10% of that and direct it towards another project in our country for the benefit of the masses? Because many people are suffering. That's the universities, for example, can benefit from that. Higher institutions of learning, other than universities, maybe government, you can use that to support their project. Yes. Let's hear you. Let's hear more of your contributions. Is anyone online? Yes. The numbers are on your screen, so call us. Daniel, are you back?
Yeah.
Okay, Daniel, you are from Ijegun? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, let's hear you.
Please, I think the things that are going on in this city today is something that we can call that our leadership is not really putting the citizens in mind. Sometimes when you begin to look at the killings of the herdsmen, you begin to imagine, are we in a country that we have weapons that we can fight Boko Haram? Are we in a country that they called us the giant of Africa? And those herdsmen can be slaughtering our citizens as if we are chicken or we are animals. I think this government has another kind of agenda in their heart that they have not fully told us. So because I cannot imagine a new government that has the masses in mind and they are killing the masses, they are shifting. And these people, they don't care. We can't even give account of any of the herdsmen that they have arrested and they have persecuted. It's not so any. It's not so any. And this killing is every day. Please, this person resign and leave. We are tired of executing, tired of the people around. If the cities are fed up, gradually revenue is building. Revenue is building gradually. And please, these people will find it difficult when the things explode. People are dying. Please, pass this to the government if you can do that. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Daniel. Calling for intervention. Herdsmen attack, yes. Intervention. Where are those that have been arrested? Where are those that have been prosecuted? These are issues in our country. These are issues in our country. And people call for restructuring, maybe because of some of these things. But the most important thing is to get the structures in place, structures that will take care of certain things. If we have the police and all the security agencies, shouldn't there be better results in handling the herdsmen? And someone referred to the request for ranches to be built in the states for them, and recalled a past utterance or utterances where it was alleged that the herdsmen were foreigners. Those who were attacking were foreigners. And the question was, if you know they are foreigners, why are you asking for ranches for foreigners in your country? It's contradictory. So certainly they cannot be foreigners and be owning their cattle in this country and moving them to various states, causing havoc from a different country. That tells something bad about our security. If they have such freedom, do they have such freedom? They just invade our country and move their cattle anywhere they like? Foreigners? There is an unanswered question there. Okay, but it's for you to speak up. Let's hear from you. Yes, who is on the line? Hello? Gabriel? Okay, you're back. You're welcome.
What I'm really looking for, I'm just going to say some things concerning the senators.
The senators,
The senators is collecting 13 million a month. We have 200 million in this country. That in 2 years is going to be 312 million. That means one senator can feed the whole country.
Okay.
One senator can feed the whole country for 2 years. Because one senator is collecting 13 million. That's 2 times 24. Going to be 312 million. 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 312 million.
Do you have...
It doesn't matter. So what these people are collecting can take care of some things in this country.
Yes.
They can do roads, they can do some packages. 312 million for one person in 2 years. That's the cost of when it now become 4 years. And later on, they will contest again. So once you die there, some of them, I think they are up to 4-6 years there. So look at what they are making.
What?
The common one is there, no room for his head.
Somebody suggested that they should cut their allowances by 10%. Do you agree with that?
10%. Let's calculate 10%. And that's what you were saying it now. I'm watching the TV directly. So, that 10% is even too small.
Okay.
Calculate almost 10% from 300 for
13 million.
It's about almost
130, yeah.
So what can you do?
Well, but that would be at least a step. Let them start with 10%. Yes.
Okay, look at the president of South Africa. What's the president? What did he do? He resigned. Okay, look at China today. If China have this live president now, because can you know now that you're going to be a live president? But the president said no, it's not going to be dead. As a dead.
Yeah.
No, he said it's going to start between now and 2024. But Nigeria cannot do that. The way we are black, that's how our mind is black. We don't look at others at all. We only look at ourselves and the family. They don't look at others. We people that put them there. Now tomorrow again, all of us will say wrong. And just want to stay on the sword, we will say vote again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Then the trouble will still continue. We are looking at we are the one causing it ourselves.
Okay.
So if they are doing this, look, see, I know one thing about it, just like what you said, that if they can also give us that one that belongs to us, if they like, let them eat everything.
Yeah.
But let the country be. I know Nigeria. Just as Nigeria has said, that's how every Nigeria is. Give them that fund of the okay for them. That thing that is good, give them. I tell you, whatever you do does not concern them. Just make them happy. Just give them that little one that belongs to them. There's no life. No good roads. You want to from here to go to one place, you spend 20 hours. When you spend 10 minutes, you spend 2 hours. So what are you not saying? So who could take in the office? Like saying that sometimes I take in the office, weekend I'll go home. Just because to keep them, because of the transport and because of the bottle. When I come home now, when I come home on Monday, to work on Monday now, I'll take in the office to either Friday evening or Saturday morning, I go home.
All right.
So let them look at this issue.
Okay. Thank you very much, Gabriel. Thank you, Gabriel from Sulere. We still have about 10 minutes to go on this program. You can still bear your mind, speak up, and tell us what you think about any issues concerning you. Honestly, Nigerians are wonderful people. They are resilient. They can accommodate. They can bear things for a long time, hoping for change, praying for change. And of course, they believe in God too. And that's why I think we are not yet in a very deep problem, because they trust that God will change things, make things better. And somehow the people in power are, do I say, abusing that privilege or that condition or that mindset of Nigerians. Nigerians don't worry you when there's no need to. They can only cry out. We're not a violent people. But our leaders are asked to listen to the people and do what is right. Selfishness drives everything in this country almost. Everybody's thinking about himself, herself, what I can get. And once you can get what you want, you don't bother about what the other person wants. That's our main problem, if you ask me. And that's why things are not working. Because if people look around and say, oh, what of the other person? What of that man? What of this woman around you? You find that we will moderate our actions. But selfishness, look at the way we drive on the road. It's a typical example of what's in our mind. Nobody's ready to give the other person a second to just move on. Everybody wants to be first. Even when you know that all you are going to do is just drive past, you will be stopped again by the traffic. Just in front of that person, you've done all you could to overtake. Why not just be gentlemanly and say, okay, as we see them do in civilized countries. That's our mind. That's what we are, and that's what we're acting out. On the road, watch the way we drive. That tells you who we are. But what they are doing is constitutional. I'm talking about the salaries again, because that seems to be the most disturbing issue for us now, other than the Boko Haram or herdsmen. I don't know that Boko Haram and herdsmen now, are they in the same group, or they will have two different sects of people? That of Boko Haram seems to be dying down, herdsmen going up. Daily attacks, invading villages, killing innocent, that's the painful thing, innocent people. And nothing seems to be happening. And I keep asking state governors, the states where these things are happening. I agree, when you talk to them, when you press that point, they will tell you, yes, they are the head of security or chief security officer, but they don't control the security apparatus. No state governor controls the police, for example. And so how do you issue effective orders? That's a big problem. And if you're talking about restructuring, that's one of the areas we need to look about. You cannot call somebody the chief security officer when he has no authority over the security apparatus. It cannot work well, because how do these men just come to communities, invade communities, kill people, and run away? Nobody sees them, nobody intercepts them, no effort is made. What I mean no effort is made, we're not getting the results of the effort. So it's like nothing is happening. Repeatedly, it's not just a one-off thing. They come from time to time, weekly or daily, and there's nothing on ground to stop them. It's painful. It's painful. Citizens' Voice is here every Saturday. We start by 12 and we end it at 1 o'clock, so we still have some 5 minutes or thereabouts to go for today. If you have something you want to talk about, please dial the numbers on your screen. You have 2 lines there, and here, let's hear from you. I read out a piece of what Ango Abdullahi still said here. If we want Nigeria to be restructured, the only thing that is required is for us to call a sovereign national conference. Yes, is somebody on the line? Can I hear you? Hello? 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 Elizabeth?
Hello. Good afternoon, sir.
That's wonderful. You are the only lady who has called into this program so far. Okay, you're welcome.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I've been listening to what you have been saying since, sir.
Okay.
Okay, my contribution to what you have been saying since, sir. My only thing that as I'm looking here, most of those pensioners, sir, they that work for their daily bread and get their money for their old age. For long, now they have been looking for their money. They will tell them to come here tomorrow. Some of them are dying. Nobody is talking about their side again.
Yeah.
And just these are the people that work for their money and get it for their own next time, so that they will do something to relax of us. Nobody is talking about them again. And you are talking about the villagers that they are paying about 13 million. Those people that get their money, government did not want to pay them again. They are not talking about their side again. And only one person is receiving 13 million. What do you think about that?
Okay.
There is not, though. This is why we don't know what is worrying Nigerians today now. Another person's question. People will be using it anyhow. So maintain their life. Whether others that have that money, they are just dying. Nobody talk about their side. How is Nigeria going to move on? We start all these things from foundations and repair what is damaged before the building will be okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Elizabeth. Thank you for your contribution. She's worried about the pensioners, and honestly, years back it was a problem, a major problem. They were asked to come together and forgotten what they call that name now. They were asked to register and electronic something. I've forgotten the term. But I remember covering that event for weeks, and it was a pitiable sight, because some came on wheelchairs, some collapsed on the spot, I think there was one death at that time. People in their 80s struggling to get what they kept over the years towards their retirement is not a way to treat people. But I think it has reduced now because all those paperwork and registering electronic this and that, I think they've passed through that stage now. But from what Elizabeth said, it's like there are some people who are not still getting what they're supposed to get at their retirement. They're being delayed, one process or one procedure or the other. But I know the Lagos State government is tidying up that area for their own workers. Hello, BC. Is that BC?
I just want to contribute concerning this issue of senator salary.
Okay.
Why is the senator that has been attacked? As the salary of Mr. President been announced, I want to assure you that all these government officials are guilty of outrageous salary payments. Is it because the senator disagree with Mr. President concerning certain issues that they have been attacked? Do you know the salary of local government chairman? Some of them, the councillors, some of them, maybe they don't even have more than 2 stars. And 3 agents in Nigeria are not earning up to what they earn. I just want us to say, then concerning the high school killing, I've been listening to news for some time. I've not heard a single state, my president's state has been attacked. Maybe that's the reason why he's quiet about it. For all answers on there, we continue to pray. God will vindicate us all. Thank you.
All right, BC, thank you. God will take care of us all. Yes, that's our hope and that's our prayer, and that's how we survive. We leave so many things in God's hand because they are beyond us. We cannot force that. He is there, and I believe he will intervene in due time. We want to thank you immensely for your wonderful contribution, for your time, for making it the People's Program. It is Citizens' Voice. Every Saturday, 12 o'clock, we are here. So we expect to see you same time next Saturday. Please be with us and prepare to speak up and to speak out. If you have a solution, prepare. We are believing that those are the corridors of power will one day listen to the voice of the people. Thank you again for your wonderful company. Thank you to the wonderful crew here in the studios. I am Ambrose Ezon. We're signing off now till see you next week. Brighten up the face with some smiles. And if you see someone without any, give him one of yours. Bye-bye now.